Good morning. Here we are again in Genesis chapter 9 this morning. Genesis chapter 9. Verse 1. Then God blessed Noah and his sons and told them, be fruitful and multiply, fill the earth. To all the animals of the earth, all the birds of the sky, and all the small animals that scurried along the ground, and all the fish of the sea, and all will look on you with favor and terror. I have placed them in your power. 3. I have given them to you for food, just as I have given you grain and vegetables. 4. But you must never eat any meat that still has the life blood in it. 5. So I will require the blood of anyone who takes another person's life. If a wild animal kills a person, it must die. And anyone who murders a fellow human must die. 6. If anyone takes a human life, that person's life will also be taken by human hands. For God made human beings in his own image. Think about that. God has laid out the law of what happens with murder. Why? Because God didn't create us to hate and to kill. He created us to love and to nourish and to build up. 7. Now, be fruitful and multiply and repopulate the earth. Now, there's another thing there that death, murder was because of sin. And so God, all the way from here in the beginning, all the way through scripture, is trying to keep sin out by removing the blemish and the bad spot. And so he'll give more laws and rules later. But right now, murder equals death. Sin equals death. 8. Then God told Noah and his sons, I hereby confirm my covenant with you and your descendants. 10. And with all the animals that are on the boat with you, the birds, the livestock, all the wild animals, every living creature on earth. 11. Yes, I am confirming my covenant with you. Never again will floodwaters kill all living creatures. Never again will floods destroy the earth. 12. Then God said, I've given you a sign of my covenant with you and with all living creatures and all generations to come. 13. I have placed my rainbow in the clouds. It is a sign of my covenant with you and with all the earth. 14. When I send clouds over the earth, and the rainbow will appear in the clouds. 15. And I will remember my covenant with you and with all living creatures. Never again do floodwaters destroy all the life. 16. When I see the rainbow in the clouds, I will remember of the eternal covenant between God and every living creature on the earth. 17. Then God said to Noah, yes, this rainbow is a sign of the covenant that I have confirmed with all creatures on the earth. See, the rainbow isn't a symbol of pride. It isn't a symbol of selfishness. It isn't a symbol of self desires and self accomplishments. It's a symbol of a promise from God. And that's it. That's all it is. People that use it for other things are using it to make an idol out of it and discrediting God for what he has said. 18. The son of Noah had come out of the boat, and their fathers were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Ham is the father of Canaan. That's important to note. 19. From these three sons of Noah came all the people who now populate the earth. 20. After the flood, Noah began to cultivate the ground and he planted a vineyard. One day he drank some of the wine he had made and he became drunk and laid naked inside his tent. 23. Ham, the father of the Canaan, saw that his father was naked and went outside and told his brothers. Then Shem and Japheth took a robe, held it over their shoulders, and blocked and backed into the tent to cover their father. As they did this, they looked the other way so that they would not see him naked. 24. When Moses woke up from his stupor, he learned what Ham, his youngest son, had done. 25. Then he cursed Canaan and his son Ham. So to this very day, may Canaan be cursed. May he be the lowest of the servants to his relatives. Then Noah said, may the Lord, the God of Shem, be blessed, and may Canaan be his servant. May God expand the territory of Japheth. May Japheth share the prosperity of Shem, and may Canaan be his servant. Noah lived another 350 years after the great flood. He lived 950 years, then he died. Let's go into chapter 10. This is the account of the family of Shem, Ham, Japheth, and the three sons of Noah. Many children were born after the great flood. The descendants of Jabez were Gumor, Magog, and you can read all of those there from verses 2 through 20. These were descendants of Ham identified by clan, language, territory, and earth. And then you see the sons of Shem, who were born in verses 21 through 31. And then in verse 32, we pick up, these are the clans and the descendants from Noah's son, arranged by nations according to their lines of descent. All the nations of the earth descended from these clans after the great flood. So I encourage you to read these because like Ham's sons became the Philistines, who spent so much time trying to kill God's people. And just continues to this day to be a problem with God's people. And Shem and his group all became what is now the area that is fighting against Moses and all those things. And so in chapter 11, we'll read Monday and see a beginning of a new era again in the lives of people. I pray that your focus is on God. I hope you remember when you see the rainbow, God's promise after the flood, not to flood the earth again. And when you see other people using it in a disrespectful manner, that it is adultery, that they're worshiping something that was not intended for the way they're using it. We'd be careful about that in all the areas of God's life. God bless you. Have a great day.